Good morning. It's tornado time. You hear that? Yeah. Every first Wednesday of the month. 1 p.m. right here, baby. Right outside the siren. It's great. By the way, good morning. Alright, so inspired by my audiobook listening, I have cleaned all of my makeup brushes and my combs. And these are the rest of my makeup brushes being hung by a clothes hanger. And yeah, so I'm feeling pretty productive today. I've made a list. I need to run some errands today, pick up a couple of things since I work tomorrow, and today seems like a good day as any to pick up some stuff. Plus the bird feeder's empty and I need to buy some more bird seed. So that's what I'm working on today. I have a kitty. Hi. Hi, Miss Pansies. It's time to feed her and time to feed myself. It is not too bad, 2:30. So I've been getting stuff done all day. I'm listening to the second book in the Hunger Games series, Catching Fire. And I'm very, very much enjoying it because I have no idea what happens. I haven't even really paid attention to the previews of the movie that's already out. So I wanted to read the book first and then watch the movie to see how I like it better. And then I'll decide what to do with the third book. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's hard to say the word enjoy with a dystopian novel like that, but it is really well written and I really like audiobooks. My leaves are looking awesome as ever. I really like the smooth quality of these colored pencils. I think I might be doing something even cooler with these. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I really like it. And then I'm going to definitely add some sort of background. Yeah, so this is my workstation right now. I've taken over the kitchen table. Things are good. I'm working on stuff, getting stuff done, crossing stuff off the list. And it feels good. Alright, so I've waited to a reasonable hour. It's about 7:30. And I have been getting stuff done all day, but now I need to go run errands. Just gonna run to the grocery store, I think. And maybe I'll go to Blick to buy some more art supplies because tomorrow is my last day. So I'd rather not buy all of my art supplies like after I'm officially done working. I feel like that would be kind of lame. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I just, you know. Anyways, weird day. So I'm gonna go do that, I guess. I had fun doing my makeup with my brandly newly washed brushes. And I've been listening to the Hunger Games. And just trying to get myself in good mental shape. Yeah. Also, a kitty. Hi, kitty. Alright, I'll pet you. Alright. Gonna go to Target, gonna get some food and a couple other things, and then I'll be back because we gotta bake some cookies tonight. I got a kitty. Hi, kitty. So I went to Target, and then I came home. I also went to Blick and picked up some goodies, which I'll show you when I'm not in my office anymore because I'm kind of trapped in here, as you know. And talked to my parents for a little while on the phone, and now it's 11. Ate a bowl of cereal for dinner, and now I'm trying to just get some videos scheduled so they go up, and then I need to work on cards for my coworkers because I want to do, at least write them notes. I won't get around to baking anything, but that's okay. I don't want to overwork myself over just like a simple gesture. So right now I just cut some 3.5 inch wide by 8.5 inch long cards, so they'll make about 4 bar size cards, and I'll just score them in half, and then I'll make little envelopes for them out of letter paper, and I'll just do that while I'm sitting at my computer. I'm waiting for the video to finish uploading. Maybe do a little bit of editing myself and listening to some more audiobook. But I'll update you as I figure out what I'm going to do for these cards. I really have no idea. I just know the size and that I need to score them and make some envelopes. So I guess that's what I'm going to do first. It's all about the process, right? I wanted to create some quick card fronts, so I cut some that'll fit perfectly on the craft cards. And then I used this stencil from Ranger, the Dilutions Shattered Small Stencil. And I did 2 card fronts at a time with the Dilutions Fresh Lime, Vibrant Turquoise, and Calypso Teal, and did kind of a gradient. So that's pretty cool. And I only had to do 5 rounds of spraying, just rinsing it off in between each time. And then 2 of the times I pressed it into my art journal. This is the side, obviously, that was left from when I sprayed it. Really, really cool stuff. I love it. I think that turned out even cooler than the card fronts, to be honest with you. But this is just for me. So, got the card fronts done. Now, I just have to come up with a sentiment. I think I'm just going to do something really simple and do some little banner ends and then adhere everything together. And thank you cards can really be as simple as that. Just something simple that looks artsy, was really easy to do. I love misting. If you haven't seen, this is totally a self-plug. But if you haven't seen my Misty Crafty Happy class, you should check it out. Because I do a whole bunch of really fun cards and techniques with spray mists, those ones in particular. And I'm really, really proud of that class. It might be my favorite class I've ever done. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. It's a really cool thing that I did last year. Hopefully someday I'll get back to doing classes again, but they're a lot of work. So now, and the mist's pretty much already dry. Probably just going to use some strong adhesive to adhere them down, and you won't even notice the little curl that they had from being wet. So now I just need to pick out a sentiment. Alright, so I do have my cards done, and now I'm just addressing them. I wrote out the names of all the people I work with on the little envelopes, which I just used regular printer paper for, since I didn't really see the point of using like really nice cardstock on just an envelope that's going to get ripped open anyways. It doesn't have to go through the mail or anything. And then these are how the cards turned out. I think I'll take a picture of them, but I probably won't end up sharing them on my blog just because, I don't know, I kind of feel like this is it's a personal thing, you know, and that there's not really much special about these cards. It's more special what I'm writing inside of them and what they represent than just a blog post. So I guess I'll take a picture of them just in case I decide to put them up on my blog, but I don't know. I kind of like keeping it between us, you know? You get to see them, but only my coworkers really know what I'm saying to them, and that keeps it kind of special. Not that there's any like huge secrets or anything, but just gestures like that mean a lot sometimes. Also, I just finished the Hunger Games second book, Catching Fire, and holy crap, I immediately bought the 3rd book. There's no question. I'm not waiting to watch the movie. Are you kidding me? I need to find out what happens. It ends on a huge cliffhanger. Oh my gosh, how do people wait for another book to come out? Oh my. See, this is why I'm so glad I didn't get into the series until after all the books had come out, because I would be an awful, awful mess right now. Yeah. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm totally starting the 3rd book. I have 8 more cards to write anyways, so might as well listen to the first couple chapters because I need to know what happens. You know, sometimes like listening to books, reading books, it can become an addiction. You have to be careful with it. You have to be careful that I don't spend too much time listening to this, but thankfully the series is only 3 books long, so it can only hold me for another 11 hours, so it was kind of funny. Oh, books. You're so powerful. Such a good series. Again, highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Alright, so I have finished my cards. It is, holy crap, 3:30 in the morning. I need to go to bed like a long time ago. But I wanted to show you what I picked up from Blick today. First of all, awesome. It's still really cool. I really like it. I picked up, first of all, this pen because I tried it out the other day and I really liked it, so I wanted to pick one up. It is the Hybrid Technica Pentel in 04. And it's cool because it's a roller ball, but it acts more like a felt tip pen. So that's probably why it's called a hybrid. It's cool. I highly encourage you to check it out because it was only, a couple dollars. I got this palette. It's made out of a little bit more sturdy plastic than my current one is, and I like that it has a lot of wells for mixing, so it'll be fun when I want to work on a watercolor project but don't need to cover anything up. I picked this guy up because I wanted to get a palette, and I was debating between this one and then like a portable watercolor palette, but I already have, watercolors in a, dried watercolors, so I figured I'd get a Stay Wet palette because this can be used for acrylics, oils, and watercolors, and that way I got a little bit more bang for my buck for only like $20. This works because it has palette paper in it, and then you put this kind of dampened sponge underneath it. It keeps your acrylics wet. And then the other side has these compartments for watercolor, which is the main reason I got it, but I also paint with acrylics, so can be used double duty, which I like. I also got gummed paper tape so I can try stretching my own paper once I get to that point in watercolor. And also some blending medium for watercolor. Picked up, I already have almost all of the Stablio pens, but these are the neon colors and they were too cool to pass up. I've been looking at them ever since the day I got hired. So I figured for $4 it was a pretty good purchase and they'd be awesome for Filofax. And then I picked up another Le pen, and this one is teal. Just another really great color. I do really like how those pens write. So I think I'll probably be picking one up in black when they have them back in stock. But they don't have them in stock right now. So I have two pretty colors. That one and then the amethyst one that I picked up the other day. And then I got a couple watercolors. Simple Utrecht ones. Because eventually I'll buy the Holbein one since I really like Holbein as a brand. But this completes my collection of just, good quality pigments without totally breaking the bank, and this is the best employee discount I get because it's a Utrecht brand. So I got lemon yellow, cadmium red medium, and permanent white, and burnt umber, and then I already have ultramarine blue or chromium blue, one of the two, and intense pink. So that basically completes the basic colors. I could have picked up a green, but I don't really need it that much, or I can always just pick it up later if I decide I need it. Because I'm kind of a mixing purist when it comes to paint. I really only believe that you need, the basic 5 colors. You really only need 4. Red, yellow, blue, white. And you can actually make black by mixing those. But there are certain colors that you need, like a quinacridone. I don't know. I still don't know how to say it, and I never will because that's okay. Like you might need a quinacridone magenta in order to get a fuchsia color. You just can't achieve that with a cadmium red because it's too yellow or too orange. So there are certain mixes that you can't achieve, and if you're using a color a ton and you're really sick of mixing it, it makes sense to buy the color itself because you're using that color a ton, it saves you time. But I don't see the point in buying a full set of paint. So when people are beginning painting, I'm like, you really only need like 6 tubes of paint and a color wheel. And you'll be fine, trust me. You'll figure it out because it's so much better when you make your own colors. They're richer, they're deeper. Anyways, that's my little thing about paint. It's almost 4 a.m., so I'm gonna go to bed. And I guess this is just part of the process that I'm going through. I've been feeling really weird for the last week, and I talked to Jake about this tonight, and even cried a little bit, that I've just been feeling so off for the past 6 weeks, ever since my grandma passed away, that just like off, feeling like everything's kind of against me, and it's been really hard. And like now, it's almost like I just feel like something's just wobbly. I don't know how else to explain it. Hopefully, I'll be able to steer things. I don't know. There's really, that's the thing I'm struggling with, is there's nothing for me to really wish. There's no goal for me to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna stop feeling weird now. Like, normal is not a thing that actually exists. It's just, normal is what you don't notice when everything is not normal. And then you only notice that something's not normal when it's not normal anymore. And you can't just be like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to straight up equilibrium, cool, and like flip the switch on it. It doesn't work like that. It's kind of like when you have a cold and you're like, oh, I can't wait until I finally don't have a cold anymore, or don't have a sore throat, or don't have sniffles, or don't have to use tissues anymore. And then you totally forget by the time that you've gotten better that you like, wow, I can breathe, this is fantastic, I can breathe through my nose, this is great. You never really think that until the next time you get sick, and then you're like, I really wish I could breathe out of my nose again. And it's just like this stupid cycle. And that's kind of what I feel like right now. Is that I feel like I'm in this like weird, like, I just want to be normal mode, but there is no normal. And so I'm struggling with that. It's like existential crisis part 2. I don't know. But the good news is that I did do some online research for jobs today. Found a couple I want to apply to. Like 6. And then when I get back from this weekend in Milwaukee, I'll be able to apply for them and really start my job search. So I'm not worrying too much about it, but it is something that I'm thinking about. And then also this little cuteness. Did Mama stay up too late, little A? Yeah, I know I did. It's okay. You still love me though, right? Okay. I'm gonna go to bed. And I'm gonna wake up in like 6 hours. So my camera ran out of space on my memory card, and I just do not have the mental capacity to go and figure out which clips I can delete right now. So I'm just gonna say goodnight on my computer. Sorry for the crappy camera quality, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Did it make a camera sound? Okay, I definitely need to go to bed. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. Just so you know, from me to you, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and for following me along on this journey, and letting me keep this journal as my life is changing. So subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you tomorrow as always. Good night.